Well, first this evening, more than 40,000 Cameroonian refugees have crossed the border into Nigeria over the past few months. Now, that's according to Nigerian authorities. They're fleeing a military crackdown by the Cameroonian government against separatists in the country's English-speaking regions. And there's now a fear that the numbers of refugees could grow. Cameroon's Anglophone minority make up around 20% of the population. That's based mainly in the southwest and northwest regions, as they're known. Since Cameroon was united as an independent country in 1961, English speakers have often complained of discrimination by the French-speaking majority. Well, last year there was a wave of protests which began in response to the use of French being imposed in schools and courts. And some of those protesters took up arms demanding independence for the Anglophone population in a new state to be called Ambazonia. Well, now, thousands arriving over the border in Nigeria are seeking refuge in the southern regions of Benue and Cross River State. And they're saying that they're fleeing from a violent military crackdown. Well, the BBC's Ishaq Khalid visited the area to find out more about what's going on.
Rene's family are just one of thousands who have been uprooted from their homes in southern Cameroon. Their village was totally destroyed, and the family was split up whilst escaping the violence of military operations in the region. After trekking for more than a week, Mr. Rene was finally reunited with his wife and children. Now living in southern Nigeria's Cross River State, he tells me it was the worst experience of his life.
We were living in our village peacefully. After a sudden, soldiers from the Republic just invaded our community, surprisingly, without us knowing. So after some few minutes that we hear sounds of gunshots. So we were running left and right. Some of us we spent about 8 days in the forest.
Many here have similar experiences. The Cameroonian government says that the military crackdown is necessary to protect the country's territorial integrity against English-speaking separatists who are demanding a breakaway state. But refugees here say they are traumatized by the violence they witnessed, and now they face uncertainty about their future.
We have our independence, I will go back. But the war do not finish, I will not go back because I am afraid of soldiers. Because of that thing, those guns, those heavy guns, I have some pains in my heart now. If I hear gun do, my heart used to go inside like I want to die.
This is the border between Nigeria and Cameroon. Where I'm standing is Nigeria. Just across the river is Cameroon. The refugees used to cross over by boats, but I'm told now they can't because the Cameroonian security forces are patrolling the area just about a kilometer away from here. So they now rely on footpaths through the bush to cross over to Nigeria.
Despite difficult terrain, more than 40,000 have crossed into Nigeria so far. With no official camps, they have integrated into local communities. They face chronic food shortages and a lack of health care and education. The Nigerian authorities say they are doing what they can.
Well, so far it's been a very hectic experience, and a sad one indeed for you to see an influx of people, especially when you have not budgeted for them. It becomes very difficult for you to see how you can, assemble them and not talk about feeding them.
Aid agencies warn that refugee numbers here could swell to more than 1 million in the coming months unless normality returns to southern Cameroon. Ishaq Khalid, BBC News on the Nigeria-Cameroon border.